Now, you're a big movie star now. How does this affect what's going on with your UFC career? Because I know you did an interview. You mentioned, I don't know where I'm at. I fought Tony. I fought Coleman. You can't beat Hua or Jackson or Evans. I mean, you can beat these guys.
I think I do well against those guys. Yeah, but I think at some point you got to figure out what you really want to do and where you're at. I've been fighting for 13 years. I'm 47 years old. I feel as good as I've ever felt, but I don't know if the desire is still there to have those kind of wars. I've had those wars, and I've done my thing. I've enjoyed the last couple fights. They were fun training camps. They were fun guys to compete against, but honestly, they weren't title contention type fights. So, I would entertain another fun fight like that, but I just don't see myself making another run at the title. I've done it, and I'm really excited about the movie career and all the other business stuff I got going on with the supplements, the clothing line, the action figures. The training center's doing fantastic. So, I want to focus on those things, enjoy life a little bit, and focus on playing some more characters.
What's how many fights are left on your contract?
3 fights left on the UFC contract.
Okay.
But, that's not really an issue. I think their intention at this stage of my career to sign me to a 7-fight deal was to make sure there were fights left on that contract, so I wouldn't ever think of going somewhere else to compete.
Yeah,
so
right.
That makes perfect sense to me.
I like Dana White. Great for the sport, opinionated. But how would you feel? He called Marquardt a choker after he lost to Okami, and also said that Greg Jackson camp, they give him bad advice in the corner when the guy's clearly behind and they're telling him he's ahead. Do you agree with that?
Well, Dana's always been that kind of guy that's just he's gonna tell it exactly like he sees it, and he doesn't really care. Is that always the way it's supposed to be? I mean, you think of a guy that's running a $100 million company as being a little more tactful and probably not going to drop the F-bombs and do some of the things that Dana does, but that's just Dana. To be honest, that's why we love him. That's why we like him, because, in a lot of ways, he's got a tremendous passion for our sport, and he represents the uniqueness of mixed martial arts.
Well, if that can't motivate Marquardt, he embarrasses you like that and calls you a joker.
Well, that doesn't feel. I'm sure that didn't feel good.
Mm-hmm. Would you now? What do you think? What's next for Brock Lesnar? Any advice for Brock and Velasquez? This guy, this isn't fair. How quick he is, and he might be the best. I think Ioli said he's the best conditioned athlete he's ever seen.
Yeah, he is a pretty amazing guy. Both with the gas tank that he's dragging around and the refined technique, the wrestling transitions he makes. We haven't seen anybody take him to task on the ground as far as submission game yet, but I think it's there. I just think it hasn't been tested. So obviously put together some amazing striking. He's got great horsepower. He's got all the tools. He's going to be tough to deal with. I think the Dos Santos fight will be interesting because Dos Santos is probably one of the best pure strikers in the division right now, and Kane seems to be leaning towards that type of fight. So I think if he relies on his wrestling and those kinds of transitions and makes it that kind of ground fight, then I think Kane's gonna tear him up. But if he gets a wild hair and decides he wants to continue to test his stand-up, it could be a very, very interesting fight. I think Brock is going to be back, no doubt about it. They're going to see maybe some rematches. Maybe he's going to get another deal with Carwin, and he'll work his way back up. And I think he'll have the time now to add some more tools to that tool belt and take advantage of that huge physical ability that he has.
You see Arianny in Playboy?
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't?
I heard about it.
You heard about it?
Yeah, definitely heard about it. Everybody heard about it, but I haven't looked at it.
Now I got a girlfriend. You don't do that?
No,
consider it cheating?
I know Arianny from doing appearances and seeing her at all these places, and I don't know if I want to see her in that light.
Yeah.
To be honest,
you might be the only guy who doesn't want to see that.
I don't know.
Yeah.